Hello everyone, my name is Artistic Heartbeat, or Rowan, and I am here to do a sketchbook tour. I have decided to repurpose my channel from being like these really cringy vlogs, I guess you could call them, or like covers of songs and whatnot, and I'm just gonna showcase all my art and stuffs, because, you know, that's pretty much all I do nowadays. I just draw. I might upload some speed paints at some point in time. Maybe I'll do a drawing tutorial, art supplies, whatever. I know I'll do more sketchbook tours of like my older sketchbooks and whatnot. And I have one that I'm currently working on that only has about 10 pages left. So once I finish that, I will record me going through that. And yeah, so that's probably going to be in like a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't do a lot of drawings in one day, so it'll probably take a while. So yeah, this is from November 24th, 2017 to March 5th, 2018. This is a little warning that I try to put in the majority of my sketchbooks, just because a lot of people like to look through them at school, or my family members will kind of take it and look through it, which makes me slightly uncomfortable, but it's kind of a warning. There's also a lot of Eddsworld stuff in here, and a lot of unfinished stuff, because I was really obsessed with Eddsworld at the time. As you can see by drawings of Tom, and Paul and Pat, and this drawing of Tom, which is actually a redraw of a different drawing I did. But I used to be the mod for Tom on a Eddsworld Ask account on Instagram that has closed a long time ago, so there's a lot of Eddsworld stuff. These little doodles are doodles that my friend Josh did for me, and then this page kind of fell out because it got too heavy, because I have a list of Shakespearean insults in here for future reference. This is one of my many unfinished drawings. This was going to be one of the Meet the Artist things too, because I have one that I did before, but my art style's changed since then, so I was going to make a new one. This is some event art. There's going to be a little bit of that in here too. I wasn't having a very good time at the very end of 2017, I guess you can say that. More Paul and Pat. This is one of my really old OCs. Her name is Shoko. I created her back in 7th or 8th grade. I did this with watercolor markers, and I did this to add like a little bit of color in my sketchbook, because when I finish a drawing completely, like when I ink and color it, I will take it out and I will put it on my wall. So I decided to leave a few pages in here where there could just be some color. So I did these with I think Tombow watercolor pens. Well, not pens, watercolor markers, and Inkjoy pens. This one you can't see very well, but you can't see it very well in person either, so yeah. This is a beautiful doodle. Masterpiece, obviously. Some vent art. Like I said, there's going to be a bit of that in here too. This was for a project I did for the FIA. We had to do some prompts revolving around a unicorn. A little self-portrait, a tape and a doodle. This right here was going to be a reference sheet for one of my characters, but then I didn't like how it turned out. This was another reference sheet, and I didn't like how this one turned out either, and the sketchbook like rubbed, so like all the lead is everywhere and it looks really weird. This was for an art trade I did with someone on Instagram. I didn't like how this turned out though. I was experimenting with new ways to color. It was kind of weird. Here is another page that I just left in here to add some color to it. This is another work in progress that I just kind of left unfinished. There's going to be an Eddsworld drawing of all of the boys with their female counterparts, but I got really pissed because I couldn't draw Ed, so I stopped. This was for a dress redesign I was going to do, because I had this dress that I was going to wear to a dance this year that I wore before, and I wanted to alter it slightly. I only ended up making one of these alterations, even though I had everything to do all this. Like, I got the tulle and whatnot. I just ended up shortening the skirt because I didn't feel like doing anything else. And that basically sums up my entire high school experience. These are thumbnails for the one project I did for the FIA. they're not that good. More of Shoko. She was about to start lesbianing someone. Got a high-key flirt with them. Because me and one of my old friends, who actually used to be another one of the mods on the Ed's World Ask account, we were going to ship our OCs together, but we never ended up doing it. So, this is pretty great, along with a little doodle. I like to mindlessly doodle with my ink dry pens after I take tests and whatnot. It's just kind of like really satisfying. Oh, nope. We're just gonna skip that page for certain reasons. We have the one unicorn lady that I named Tia from my FIA project, and some of my older characters that I called the Space Kids, now including Tia. So we have Lantern and Kim, and now Tia. And this was around the beginning of winter break, and so I was kind of suffering from art block. So I was just kind of doodling a lot with Sharpies and Crayola not pens. I keep wanting to say pens, but like they're just the Crayola super tips. You know, like the really cheap markers you can get that every like 5-year-old really, really wants because they come in so many colors. Yeah. And then I wasn't really breaking through my art block very well. It was kind of eating me alive, and it was very unfortunate. And this is basically my opinion on art block. Yes. Doodle I did with some Crayolas. I was seeing if I could blend them like I do with my Copics, and it kind of worked, but it also like made the paper really wet because Crayolas are water-based. And this looks a lot more orange on camera, but in real life this is actually like hot pink. The Crayolas basically ruined the paper. You can see there's like the paper being lifted up, and because like the paper started getting soaked with the ink, since you know there's a whole water-based thing, and this is definitely not meant for water. We have Just Monica. I played Doki Doki Literature Club, and I really loved the game. It's pretty good. Here we have just a page of eyes and a quote that I liked from a Dove rapper. Handwriting practice, and a little Tom, because my friend gave me a whole bunch of these different colored like Sharpie pens, like not the actual markers, but the pens, like the fine tip ones, so I was kind of playing around with them. I was dared to redraw a really cringy drawing I did back when I first got into Ed's World. All of the guys were wearing the cat lingerie, and so my friend Emma dared me to redraw the matte one, since my style has changed a lot, and then I just kind of gave up after I inked the face, as you can see. This demon chick who has a very long torso. Like, I thought this looked so good when I doodled it, but I didn't know how to finish it, and I'm glad I didn't finish it, because this looks really weird. Yes, masterpiece. This is another thumbnail for FIA. And I did this page during my midterms. That's just a whole bunch of cats. I really like my Abraham Lincoln cat and this angry dude right here. I also really like, where is it? I can't find, aha, there it is. These two actually, the really fat one and that one cat right there. It took me like the entire day to do this. Usually doing sketches of drawings and whatnot, or mindlessly doodling, usually only takes me up to like 20 minutes to half an hour, depending on how much time I have, but this took me the entire day. So yeah. Here we have some Homestuck trash of King Curry Van Tess, and him getting Mick-triggered. I got some new markers on this day, so I was testing them out, seeing how they blended with my other markers and whatnot, testing out the colors, blah blah blah. I bled through on the next page. It's a doodle I did to lay out a painting that me and a couple of my friends were doing for art class. And then I was trying to do the same thing that I did with the cats, with rabbits. We have Rabbit Mum up there, and you'll see her again soon. A few minutes. Messing with some pens. Messing with some pens. Me attempting to create a shipping chart and then getting really bored, so I stopped. A comic I never finished or actually really started. All I did was create the panels and then add the words. Smooch. These are just cards that I got that were attached to carnations that I got for Valentine's Day. There was another one down here, but I ended up tearing it out because I had them all taped in here. I teared it out to use as a bookmark, then I ended up losing it. Don't really care. Blank page. Some handwriting practice because I found these really nice highlighters in my teacher's bin of markers. And I did this little dude. And I don't know why, but I really like it. Like, I just think it looks so cute. I guess it's because I don't really use, like, neon colors much. I don't know. Oh, and here we have Rabbit Mum. She was the Lucis of my old fan troll that I made back in 8th grade. But I kind of repurposed her character into just being the mother of all of my original characters. So, yeah. If you're hearing that weird noise in the background, my rabbits are kind of, like, running around their cages. So, yeah. I kind of imagined myself as a sapphire in the style of Steven Universe. I guess it's not more in the style of Steven Universe. It's more of I turned myself into a Steven Universe character. It's fine. Just ink bleed through. And I actually think that's all that's in there. Yeah. Alright. Well. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, like it. If you disliked it, then go ahead and dislike it. I don't care. Comment if you want, or even if you really want to, subscribe. There will be more art-related videos in the future, and probably within the next 2 weeks. Another sketchbook tour of my most recent sketchbook. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Goodbye.